It is time to remove the cancerous tumour that is the ECHR from British society. A proud sovereign nation such as Great Britain should never have to be bound by the rulings of an anonymous foreign judge who conducts secret proceedings in the dead of night. This has happened on Rwanda flights. We will never know who made the last-minute decision to block the flights, but it is believed to be a judge from either Russia, Hungary or Liechtenstein. But on another night, it could be a judge from Azerbaijan, North Macedonia, San Marino, Moldova or Lithuania. One person from San Marino, a country with a population of around 33,500 people, could make a decision that would impact the 67 million or so people living in the UK. They make decisions like not allowing us to deport a man called Wabi Mohammed, who wanted to blow up London. He's a Somalian, and we couldn't get rid of him because he might face inhumane treatment in the country he left so he could come and grace the streets of Britain. Or the Nigerian child rapist, Akindoyin Akinshipe. After he attacked a 13-year-old girl, the ECHR said deporting him would breach his right to a private and family life. Of course, this is only a massive problem because our weak-willed Prime Minister and other politicians don't want to ignore the ECHR, unlike France, who deported a terrorist to Uzbekistan. They did it, and lo and behold, the sky did not fall in on France. Their equivalent of the Guardian newspaper did not implode, causing a nuclear chain reaction that reduced Paris to smouldering rubble. Everything was fine. But it's not all about the borders. Elderly British veterans could die behind bars because the now disgraced and despised former leader of Ireland, Leo Varadkar, is taking us to court to keep prosecuting veterans for things they may or may not have done during the Troubles. Meanwhile, members of the IRA are allowed to walk free. How is that fair? What about the latest climate lunacy? The ECHR ruled that countries like Switzerland, Britain, must do more to protect their citizens from the consequences of climate change. They sided with Swedish school truant Greta Thunberg and 2,000 geriatric Swiss women. This means governments now have to adopt more ambitious climate policies. Get stuffed. Our politicians are too weak to do anything about this. They listen to idiots that tell us we'd be like Russia and Belarus if we just ignore the ECHR, and not normal people who say that we'd also be like, oh, I don't know, Japan or Canada or Australia. Rishi Sunak does not want his legacy to be the controversy of the ECHR. And this is why we need a referendum on it. It would be good politics for Rishi to call a referendum on leaving the ECHR and to campaign for leave. Here's what Nigel Farage has to say about it.
Leave ECHR. I tell you what, wouldn't it be fun to have a referendum on ECHR membership? I'm quite looking forward to that.
Could he outflank Nigel there, perhaps? Here's the latest GBNews People's polling. 36% of voters say that they agree with leaving the ECHR if it stops Rwanda flights. 31% don't want to, and a further 34% say they don't know. 66% of Tory voters want to leave. So the fact is, really, that most people have only just started paying attention to the ECHR. Now, there is a case for sticking with it. But as far as I'm concerned, anything that gets in the way of border control, national security, counter-terrorism or sovereignty over climate policy can jog on. And I don't care what some anonymous Fruit Loop from a pathetic minnow nation thinks about that.